what's going on, guys? I'm back with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be talking primarily about Gonzalo Garcia because I did not get to speak about this guy. But yeah, as we all know, Mbappe got injured and they needed a new number 9 to step up, and Gonzalo Garcia was the starting number 9 against Real Betis, and he scored a hat-trick. Gonzalo Garcia, as we all know, is a product of La Fabrica, which is Real Madrid's youth academy, and he's just been balling out. He doesn't usually get playing time because obviously he's at Real Madrid. I mean, we have Vinicius, we have Mbappe, we have Rodrigo, but after Mbappe's injury, this opened him up to the spotlight, and he's been eating it up. He's still a young player, only 21 years old, so he has a long season ahead of him, and Endrick just went on loan to Lyon, so we'll see what goes on this season. But today, we're going to be reacting to a video titled Gonzalo Garcia is becoming exactly what La Liga was afraid of by PedTalksFutbol. So yeah, if you guys enjoy these reaction videos, let me know down below, and let's hop straight into the video.
He reminds me a few things of Raul.
This
Raul.
is Gonzalo Garcia.
That's way too early. Raul's a legend. Xabi Alonso might be tweaking.
This is Raul.
And Raul, that is spectacular.
Same goal. He still has a long way to go though.
This
to
is
be
Garcia
Raul.
again, and this is Raul again. The 21-year-old Spanish forward has gone from a Castilla star to a first-team hero almost overnight. Usually, it's Barca that spawns players out of nowhere.
Yeah,
This
La
time,
Masia.
it's Real Madrid. Garcia is banging in goals like he's been playing with the squad for years. Now, some of you might remember him from the winner he scored against Leganés in the Copa del Rey in 2025. He came off the bench and won the game for Real Madrid. But in usual Ancelotti fashion, he never got another opportunity until now.
Yeah, the thing is about Carlo Ancelotti is he doesn't really like to give young players a chance, which is just unfortunate.
Alonso has a lot of faith in the young Spanish forward.
For me, it's not that big surprise what he's doing because he's the typical number 9.
He was excellent at the Club World Cup.
Do you guys think that Xabi Alonso has like a soft spot for him just because he's Spanish? That might be it.
Madrid an outlet in the box, something they haven't had since Gonzalo in the 2024 season, and we all know how important he was.
Yeah, man. Gonzalo in the Champions League was insane. He was the only reason that Real Madrid won the Champions League that year.
Brilliance isn't a natural 9. He isn't good in the air. He isn't always pressing, and at times he'd rather hug the touchline than actually crash into the box. Well, Garcia does all of that.
That's so true. Mbappe, like, when something doesn't go his way, he gets so upset.
How he's already battling with the center backs.
Okay.
This might seem like a basic thing, but Mbappe isn't doing this. He's not playing in the box like this. He's not physically.
That is true. Mbappe doesn't do that
against the central defenders because he's not a natural number 9, but Gonzalo Garcia is. So he's already battling. I think that's Emre Can, but he's already battling. Now look, he crashes into the box. Again, seems basic.
Is that the Club World Cup, Real Madrid versus Dortmund?
They cross the ball in, it doesn't reach him. But again, he's not sulking or
yeah, he's not frustrated. Mbappe would literally be frustrated in that situation.
And this is huge because, again, what Real Madrid lack is players that move without the ball. Everybody apparently needs the ball at their feet to make an impact. Vinny, Mbappe, Rodrigo, Gonzalo Garcia.
Man, that is so true. That is one of the most factual things I've ever heard. For like if you want to be a good number 9, you have to move off the ball as well. You don't just have to have the ball to actually do something. But he's spitting right now.
He looks for the next cross. And again, look where he is. In an area, so
yeah, he came back.
Further, you're going to see that he's going to be in between both center backs here. Look, perfectly positioned. Now, this is the defending of a Bundesliga.
I really like how he's breaking this down.
Gets called a Farmers League.
This actually looks like a good breakdown.
But it's great positioning. Right in the penalty spot. He's awaiting the cross. Arda Güler finds him. Wonderful ball. And look,
yeah, there we go.
Bang. And what's impressive to me about this goal isn't just that he found himself in a great position. It's also the finish. Look at this. Inside of the right foot. Beautiful.
Yeah, that was a nice finish.
This entire goal comes from his positioning, his willingness to run without the ball, to be able to constantly be a target in the box. Madrid haven't had a box presence like this basically since Gonzalo. So they need somebody who can operate in the 6-yard box around the penalty.
The thing is about Real Madrid is when you have these big egos, man, they just want the ball at their feet, and they think they're their shit and stuff. And Gonzalo, he didn't have that ego, and now Gonzalo Garcia, he doesn't have that ego. So I feel like to thrive at Real Madrid, you have to be a number 9 that doesn't have an ego or not too big of a player, because these players, like, they play like they have something to prove, if that makes sense.
Spot and just get on the end of these crosses, because now they have Arda Güler who can whip them in, and Trent from the right side. So they have the quality. They just need somebody that can convert those chances into goals. Okay, so this is his
Yeah,
goal
that's a good point
against
as well.
Al Hilal. Now, a lot of people brushed off this goal because it was in the beginning of the Club World Cup, and because a lot of people, frankly, underestimated Al Hilal. Right? They said this is a Camel League team that...
But they beat
I'll show you
Manchester
guys
City.
later, that Gonzalo Garcia just scored a tap against a weak opposition. But as we saw later in the tournament, with them eliminating Manchester City, with them going far, this was a Champions League caliber squad. And now that we know how good this team is, we can move away from the jokes and actually look at how impressive it is that Gonzalo Garcia was able to score against this team. So the goal actually, his impact for it starts from here. He grabs the ball and he keeps going. Look, the most...
Wow, you see what I'm talking about? Gonzalo Garcia, he's humble. He's already back, back in the midfield, grabbing the ball, starting the attack. You would never see Mbappe do something like that. You would never see Vinny do something like that.
One thing for me is he passes the ball and he continues running. What Real Madrid lack is players that are willing to do the dirty work without the ball. And Gonzalo Garcia is not one of those players.
Great
point. He
point.
plays the ball to Vinny, but he continues sprinting. Look, he continues running. So as Real Madrid move up the pitch, he's now, again...
This is actually a fantastic analysis.
Borussia Dortmund finds himself in a pocket of space. And I call this area right here the Bermuda Triangle, because as good as Gonzalo Garcia's positioning is, at the end of the day, any space next to Joao Cancelo is free space. That brother does not mark.
Bro.
Fantastic on the ball, a complete defensive liability.
Bro, Joao Cancelo just caught a stray.
But again, somebody has to make this run. They have to get into this position. So Real Madrid gets the ball to Rodrigo, and again, look, he had his hand up. Let me bring it back a little bit. I'll show you guys again. He has his hand up. He's calling for the ball. He's vocal. He's getting
details.
behind.
Key details. He's breaking down everything.
Pass. He fluffs the finish a little bit. I'll show you guys a closer angle. It's not as clean as you would have liked, but it got the result. And more importantly, it was against Bono, who we've seen is a fantastic goalie. So
he knows ball. Bono is an amazing goalkeeper.
This is a good one. Again, it starts from Gonzalo Garcia himself. He grabs the ball.
Man, look at where Vinny's at. You see this? Look at where Vinny's at. The number 9s would never come back and do this dirty work. Never.
With intensity, gets the ball up the pitch, but he doesn't stop running once he passes it. Look, he's behind Vinny, almost at the halfway line, but he continues sprinting, continues. And then I just want to show you guys the finish. This is an amazing pass, by the way.
Yeah, that is a great pass.
He's in the Bermuda Triangle behind Joao Cancelo. Crosses it in. Boom. Okay, so this is the goal against Juventus. Now, I'm playing it a little bit earlier than the goal just to show you guys a few things. So, initially...
So, this guy scored... Bro, I didn't remember Joao Cancelo scoring that much in the Club World Cup. But apparently he scored against Dortmund, now Juventus, and Al Hilal. I didn't really watch the Real Madrid games at the Club World Cup. I was watching Chelsea.
If they put enough spin on it, even if everybody misses the ball, it can turn into a finesse shot. So, right here, they're looking for runners, and again, look at Gonzalo Garcia's positioning in the penalty spot.
Great position.
The box, being an outlet for crosses. So Vinny puts the ball in. Sorry for the mouse clicks. Nothing happens. But again, he's not pouting. He's already on his toes getting ready for the next cross.
He's there for the next ball.
He's waiting. Now Trent whips this ball in. And again, he's already lost his man here. Gonzalo Garcia. He already lost
I didn't even realize that.
Now this guy has gone to Rudiger. So he's going to be wide open in the box. Trent whips it in.
And now easy header.
Boom.
Wow.
Goal. And again, the guy who was marking him went to Rudiger and he utilized the space. All the goals have been around the same area, right? It's him dominating this 6-yard box and this space between the penalty spots.
Every single time I yawn, bro, my eyes just get so watery.
Because
guys see
other
that?
than him, there's nobody else that can do him. Look at the other guys that are up there to score. This is Rudiger on the ground, and this is Dean Housen. Bellingham is the only other player.
Dean Housen. Yo, I gotta hear that again. Bro, did not pronounce his name right. It's Dean Housen.
And this is Dean Housen. Bellingham is the only other player that can provide that, and you rather see your striker provide these. I
need to stop laughing because Ped, his ball knowledge is amazing. Pause. But like, he just knows everything. Everything to the minute detail.
Midfielder or even your attacking midfielder to be the only guy that is actually willing to crash into the box. Again, this is them clearing the ball out. Trent gets it here. Again, Garcia, look at him. Battling with the center backs. Being in physical duels. Getting ready for the crosses. This stuff seems basic, but I'm telling you, Kylian Mbappe, despite how good he is, despite how world-class he is, these are not the type of things that are in his locker. That's not the type of player that he is. So Trent gets it, and again, Gonzalo Garcia, as you notice in all of his goals, he's done a great job of creating separation to actually get some space to be able to score these headers. That's why whenever you see him score, there doesn't seem to be anybody around him in a 5-meter radius. Look, again, he comes in between.
Yeah, he loses his players so well.
Free header.
Or his defenders so
well.
well.
Di Gregorio, Juventus' goalie, was playing like a monster this game. So this was really good that he was able to head it past him. This is one of my favorite angles from the goal. Because again, when the ball drops, look, these are the two guys closest to him. And Kalulu was too busy with Rudiger.
This dude's just looking like he has no idea what's going on. How did this... But this dude's face is killing me.
Rugani's marking Bellingham. He's free. Now, could this be because teams have underestimated him because not a lot of people knew who he was? Maybe. But I like to give credit to the player for his wonderful positioning because he's done it consistently now. It's not like a one-off goal against Al Hilal or a one-off goal against Juventus. He's done it time and time again. Not only is he scoring goals, but he's also a beast off the ball. He's constantly pressing, working hard to close players down, fighting for every duel. This kind of attitude, I'm telling you, is contagious. When you see your striker leading the line, pressing like it's his last game,
it motivates the whole team.
His life depends on it. It makes you want to run with him. And this is the type of passion and desire you only get from academy players. You can't buy this sort of dedication. This is a byproduct of a player who has been at the club from a young age. Someone who lives and breathes Madrid. Which once again begs the question, why was Ancelotti not giving this guy an opportunity? Because you see, when Alonso was saying that he wasn't surprised by how well Garcia was playing, he wasn't lying. While to the rest of the world he might have been this unknown guy, everyone around the club had known just how good he is because he had been excellent in the youth teams. In the 2023 season, Gonzalo Garcia was on fire for Real Madrid's under-19 team. He scored more goals than anyone else on the squad and helped them win everything: the league, the cup, and the Spanish Super Cup. It was a dream season. And
this dude knows everything, man. This is surprising. I didn't even know any of this about Gonzalo Garcia, so I'm learning.
That this young striker
I'm learning in this video.
Something special. Because of his amazing form, Gonzalo Garcia got a big reward: a promotion to Real Madrid Castilla, the club's B team. In January of 2022, he took the big step, and now he was one level away from playing for the biggest club in the world. But even with the tougher competition, Gonzalo didn't slow down. Now, his first season with Castilla wasn't exactly spectacular. He scored just 5 goals in 27 games. Nothing that really turned heads. But then came the 2024-2025 season, and that's when everything changed. Gonzalo exploded with goals. It's like the saying that Ronaldo said: if you keep stroking that ketchup can enough, it's gonna bust.
The Champions League and the goals, they are like the ketchup. When you start, when you open, they're coming in the same way.
By the middle of the season, he had already scored.
I've never heard that clip before either. That's crazy.
He wasn't just scoring tap and
crazy that Ronaldo said that.
He was using all the tools in his locker to score in a variety of ways. And now suddenly, fans and coaches were all talking about him. It's actually quite fitting that the Castilla coach at the time was Raul, and he praised Garcia publicly multiple times.
That is crazy connections.
Gonzalo Garcia had scored 25 goals, tying the all-time single-season scoring record for Real Madrid Castilla. In just 1 year, he had gone from a promising youth player to one of Castilla's greatest ever goal scorers. Now, his amazing run didn't go unnoticed. He ended up getting a call-up to the Real Madrid first team. Now, his first call-up had actually come in August of 2023. After that, he made a couple of short appearances as a sub, but nothing crazy. At best, it was just a taste of top-level football. But his real big moment came on February 5th, 2025, when Real Madrid were playing Leganés in the Copa del Rey quarterfinal. This was a really crazy game. Madrid had blown a 2-goal lead, and it looked like the game was going to extra time. Then in the 93rd minute, with just a few seconds left, Ancelotti took a gamble. He chucked the young striker from Castilla up top, hoping that he could make a difference.
That goal was all over my feed, man. I'm telling you guys, that goal was like
unfortunately for him, he had to
on
wait
Instagram,
all the way
on Twitter, everything.
USA to get another opportunity. Xabi called him up and gave him his first start after Mbappe was out sick. And as I showed you guys earlier in the breakdown, Gonzalo Garcia did not waste the opportunity. He scored and got the man of the match in the first game against Al Hilal. In the next game against Pachuca, the good form continued. This time with Garcia getting an assist. He was showing Xabi
that was a great assist.
All around 9 he's looking for. He can
just laid it off one touch.
Then in the final group game against Salzburg, he's shown again. Real needed a win to top the group. Garcia started again, and he added another goal. This time, it was a beautiful chip to seal a 3-0 win. So let's analyze the goal that sent Real Madrid to the knockout round. I wanted to break down this goal for you guys as well because it shows another aspect of his game, and it's him punishing teams in transition. Because the previous goal,
he scored against Salzburg too. I just noticed.
Or tap in from the 6-yard box, but
this
it shows a different side of Gonzalo Garcia as a striker.
How many goals does this dude have in the Club World Cup?
Possession, it's Trent. He plays the pass. It's actually not a great through ball, as I'll show you guys in this next frame. Right? It's not bad, but it goes straight to the defender. But again, look at the running and pressing.
Wow, his pressing is impressive.
He doesn't give up on the pass. He doesn't give up on the play. And of course, it's his pressing.
Shit.
He gets a little touch on it. Goes by the defender. 1v1. And look at this. Beautiful.
Just chips it. Great finish.
It's a nice little chip. Sorry for the mouse click noises, guys. This is where the ball is. Look. This is where the
If that was Mbappe, Mbappe would not have
defender,
pressed him all the way.
and he forces a mistake. And again, this stuff may seem basic, but there's not a lot of strikers that are willing to do this kind of work without the ball.
This is so rare
This is a
nowadays.
lost play. This is a pass that is basically a turnover, and Gonzalo Garcia transforms it into a goal. So he presses, he wins the ball, still running, and then
it's a good thing that these players from the
to
academies
show
come up,
that he's not some
because they
great
work so
merchant.
much
He's
harder.
also a great technical number 9, and this is why he gets compared with Raul.
And it's actually
This
harder
is
for Real
beautiful
Madrid
shit.
players to come
It's
from the
something that
academy
only
to the first
Elite
team,
Nines do. Darwin
because they
Núñez
usually
would have
just
put
buy
this in
anyone
World
they
Cup.
want.
Romelu Lukaku might have ran into the goalkeeper. So it's not always a guarantee that your striker
Bro
can
said Lukaku could have ran into the goalkeeper if that was him.
finish from here. So it's a nice finish.
Bro,
It shows
he's been throwing strays like all video.
his qualities in transition, that he's not just somebody that can crash the box, he's also somebody that can be an outlet and a threat in behind. Then in the knockouts, you saw what he did against Juve. It was a reminder that he really is an aerial threat. The previous goals were not a fluke. And just to remind you again, he scored again, this time against Borussia Dortmund. So going into the semifinals, he had 4 goals and 1 assist in 5 matches. Every game he had contributed
He was cooking in the
something
Club World Cup.
statistically. Even though the squad was filled with stars, it was the 21-year-old from Castilla who was stealing the spotlight. Does Mbappe go straight back into the lineup up front, or can he coexist with Gonzalo Garcia at the same time? Because as phenomenal as Mbappe is, it might be better to have the Frenchman play off a natural number 9 like he did with Giroud at France. We have seen that when Xabi uses his 3-back system, he has 2 number 10.
This dude knows literally everything, bro.
So theoretically,
This dude
Vinny
actually knows
and Mbappe
everything.
could play in those roles with Garcia as the striker. Maybe that way he brings Bellingham further back. It's an option. What Garcia offers are traits that not even a world-class player like Mbappe or a top talent like Endrick can provide. Neither can head the ball consistently from crosses. That's not their game. I'm sure Mbappe will get better at pressing. He basically has to if he wants to play. But he can't press like Garcia. No matter who plays up front, you definitely need a Real Madrid jersey of your own. Just go to buygamejerseys.com and use code PedTalks at checkout. Garcia is an unselfish player who's willing to do whatever it takes to play. He will run for you, battle for you, and score too. As I stated earlier, that's what academy players do. They bleed for the badge in a way that big transfers won't always be able to replicate. Madrid need a presence like him in the box. Someone that can punish teams from crosses. A player who doesn't need the ball to shine.
But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. And yeah, so Gonzalo Garcia, man, where do I start? I mean, like Ped said in the entire video, you need a number 9 who's dedicated, who's motivated, who's disciplined, and Mbappe doesn't do that pressing. Vinicius doesn't do that pressing. Any of the big egos, none of that do that pressing, and it's so rare to find a player like that. So moving forward, how does this work at Real Madrid? Well, the question to that is, I have no idea. I mean, it's so difficult for Xabi Alonso because you have Gonzalo Garcia who puts in more work, you know, who presses, and then you have Mbappe who's a big ego, big name. I mean, what do you even do in this situation? I have no idea. This like, I would genuinely not know what to do if I was the coach of Madrid. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this plays out, because for me as a fan who enjoys football, I might not be a fan of Real Madrid, but I enjoy football, and the way that Gonzalo Garcia plays, it's enjoyable. I mean, he doesn't complain when stuff doesn't go his way. He puts his head down and he just continues to the next play. Not just that, but the guy presses like his life depends on it. He's an academy player and he truly cares about the badge of Real Madrid. But yeah, those are all my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you guys think that Gonzalo Garcia should be in the starting lineup for Real Madrid? Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like down below and don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, that's all I had for you guys today, and I appreciate you guys for stopping by. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next football video.